All right, everyone. Welcome to the Gamer Like Dad podcast number 8.
Oh, yeah.
How we doing, fellas?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We started recording just a second ago, and then Bentley saved us. And he said, yo, that record button isn't red.
That would have been unfortunate, recording a whole session.
We could have been talking for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then,
What would we do without Bentley?
Good job, Bentley. He's keeping us in line, guys. Give Bentley a big pat on the back. And how you can do that is, like the video on YouTube and also go listen to us on any of your favorite podcast providers. How about that plug?
Yep.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. But guys, hey, thanks for joining us. We're very excited to talk about some cool things that happened over the last 2 weeks, actually. Yeah. Also, quick shout out, Dad and I, if you guys are watching the video version of the podcast, we are repping shirts. And if you see the shirts, what do they say, Daddy-O?
Respect your elders.
That's
and
right.
Classically trained at the bottom.
Lessons, wise lessons for you youth out there.
It's very nice. Yeah. Hey, I haven't earned that level of status. I can wear such a shirt. So.
Respect your, you could use, you could wear a respect your elder shirt, but
That's true.
We got these shirts.
Are truly the elders.
We are the elders. We are the elders.
We are the elders.
Yes. And we want to give a shout out to Brocase and the Poke Twins. Anthony, you know who you are. Amazing family. They're some of our biggest supporters in our Pokemon community on Gamer Like Dad. Fantastic people. They have their own channel. So if you guys are interested in Pokemon and card openings and just a good family-friendly environment, go check out their channel. Really cool.
Guys, thank you so much for the t-shirt.
Yeah. Brocase and the Poke Twins. We love you. Thank you so much. So, yeah. But anything else, guys? I didn't really introduce you guys. To my left, guys, if you're new to the podcast, is actually my dad.
The eldest Elder Geek Gamer.
Elder Geek Gamer. And you can find him
on YouTube at Elder Geek Gamer.
Elder Geek Gamer, that's right. And to my right, I always say the better of us three, the best of us three.
Yes.
The youngest, the least experienced. Me, Bentley Larson.
But unreplaceable.
Yes, unreplaceable, as are all the kiddos. We have him representing the other two that can't be here. One's moved away and one's too young to be on social media.
All right.
Anyway, guys, again, thank you so much. Thanks for supporting the podcast. It's the first segment. We are going to get started on actually what's happened over the last 2 weeks. And I'm going to kick us off.
I've been asleep, so you take it over.
You've been asleep. Well, I was out of town, actually, and a lot of things happened. Although we did capture on our channel, Bentley, some reactions, right, on some of the indie games that have happened over the last 2 weeks. And guys, you guys know that I am a large indie game fan.
Oh, yeah. I am not. You are.
And I think here's what's happening. Let me tell you. I think I can't say all indie games are cozy games, or there's some indie games out there that are pretty heavy hitting, hardcore. Sure. Like I'm trying to think of a couple out there that I just aren't coming to my mind right now. But there's some, what do they call them? They're AAA indies. But these indies that showed over the last 2 weeks are definitely the smaller indie developing type, smaller cozy games. And I'm into cozy games because I don't have time for big games.
Yeah.
Like I kind of want to sit down with a game in my bed on the Steam Deck or on the Switch and just, cuddle up for an hour.
I'd say that's the majority of the gaming you do.
Now it is, isn't it?
Steam Deck.
You're getting older.
I'm getting older. I don't want to sit in an office chair and play in front of a nice, beautiful screen, which is sad, right?
Yeah. Surround sound makes no difference to you.
Surround sound.
As long as it goes beep, bop, boo, bop.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, exactly. So I got pretty excited about these upcoming indie games, and so Xbox had an ID at Xbox stream on Twitch. It was actually almost 2 weeks ago. It was literally right after our last podcast, and there were 2 games I just wanted to bring to light, show you guys real quick. And for you guys watching on YouTube, you can watch the video version here. I'm gonna play this first game. Is called how would you say that? The Explorator or the Explorator?
Either way. That's what I'd go with.
Okay. But this game, I'm just going to play some B-roll of this game. The art style, first off, completely stood out to me. Look at this art style. Have you seen this, Bentley?
Interesting. No, I haven't seen
Looks like Hogwarts.
Yeah. Okay, so look, we're watching this and it looks like it's a cozy game. It's kind of hand-drawn, right? The look. Yeah. It looks a little mystical, magical. You got some hand-drawn characters. You can definitely tell.
Is that Pooh?
It might be. You know, you're walking through some larger leaf areas. Looks you're very small. There's a ladybug walking by you, flowers blooming, and then something pops out of a flower, and then all of a sudden you whip out a shotgun, and it turns into this battle.
Goblins and
goblins
things.
running down a hill, a huge dinosaur running down the hill, and
Wow.
my jaw dropped when I saw this.
Yeah, if you see the smile on my face, you can tell that's totally unexpected. That's right up my alley.
That does look pretty funny.
And that looks hilarious.
Is there going to be any co-op in it?
This cute little game, and then all of a sudden there's these little cute dudes pointing to an arsenal of weapons on a wall, and you start firing.
Look at that. Yeah. This bean pod screaming at you, popping out of a flower, and then you whip out a shotgun. And then this dinosaur. I'm gonna scrub through here. That was just what the just charging
like
at you.
Brontosaurus.
Yeah. Anyway,
funny.
I like that. I would do that.
Look, a little cartoon blood splatter for you kids out there. But that game that grabbed me.
I'm there.
Yeah, that looked hilarious. Again, my jaw dropped when I saw it. And also that game, I don't know if I saw a release date on it, but I think it was end of April.
Yeah, most of these that you showed were end of April.
Yeah, the ones on the indie ID at Xbox showcase on Twitch were right in the April.
We're end of April,
yep,
so
yep,
any day now.
Yep. And then the next one was The Last Case of Benedict Fox, and this one is like a mystery side-scrolling. I'm going to play some of the gameplay here again. The colors and kind of the look of it reminds me a lot of Ori.
It does,
doesn't it? Will-o-the-wisps kind of stuff. Maybe some, I'm trying to think of another game that's like that, but the colors, the sounds are really cool in the game, but I think it's a mystery. You're solving mysteries.
Ori and the lawyer wearing a vest.
It's interesting. It looks very three-dimensional for a two-dimensional game.
Yeah. It's got that.
And the background is very pronounced.
It's called parallax scaling.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Levels move at different speeds.
Parallax.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's right.
Dad with the geek game with the terminology.
First,
nice.
Put out in the Sega Genesis.
Oh, really? So that's been popular, like in games like Limbo and Inside and all those, side scrolling. Which you guys haven't played those games. Those are amazing. But you can't have a weak constitution because they're
barfy.
That's a little creepy.
Looks like somebody made a marshmallow peep of a monster.
But anyway, you're fighting these baddies. You got a blade and you got some block abilities with a really cool, colorful shield. And
I like it.
So you got some countering going on. Oh, you got a gun too. Okay, cool. So it looks like you got different weapon stuff. But yeah, beautiful.
Let us know what you guys think. But these are the two that I've looked at that Chris showed me that I definitely do both of these.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting something tattooed on your arm, which
sketchy
really
tattoos.
Yeah, that does not make me want to.
There's like eyeballs in the background.
Yeah, it's glowing in the dark. That's interesting. I wonder if it's giving you more powers and abilities.
That'll get you a lot of dates.
Yeah. So, Last Case of Benedict Fox, and that's coming up soon as well. Again, looking for that date, but I don't see the date on it. So that was that pulled me from the indie showcase. And then, guys, have you guys played Bentley? Did you ever play My Time at Porsche?
I did.
Okay. Do you remember much about the game?
Let's see. My Time at Porsche. Yeah, I think I played it for a little bit, and then I was like,
not really feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it that kind of turned you off about it?
I don't know. I was just like, I think it was too much for me to just kind of get into the whole gameplay mechanic.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like I wasn't feeling like really getting into this whole other world. Like, they kind of had done some different systems in other games.
Yeah.
And messed around with some different things. So
yeah. So this one, this one's called My Time at Sandrock, and this was shown at the Indie Worlds for on Nintendo, and that was literally just a couple days ago.
Go back to the point where the two are hugging each other, the two characters right there.
Mm-hmm.
I will bet you dollars to donuts that boy is hugging her and saying, "God, you smell good." Watch this. Go ahead and play it. Come on, right here.
He sniffed her.
Oh,
He did sniff her. Oh, that's so weird and creepy.
No, it's not.
No, it's not
cute.
Creepy. It's cute. It's cute. So you're rebuilding this town. Apparently, it's in a post-apocalyptic town. The developer said they got some inspiration from being out in I forgot which desert they were in, but anyway, that was kind of the premise of building this. Again, it's another farming sim, but there's mining. what I found interesting about my time at Porsche, and this, I agree with you, Bentley, getting used to the mechanics was just, I think after playing Stardew Valley, there was always this chase to find the next farming sim game.
And it just never happened.
And it never happened because nothing will ever beat Stardew Valley. I'm sorry.
That's how it felt for me too.
Yeah, at least that's my opinion.
Maybe they'll do better with the second iteration.
Maybe, but there's baddies to get. This is coming out summer of 2023. And, but yeah, it's much more, colorful, third person view, so it's more 3D world than Stardew Valley obviously was a top down, the mining, again, like I said, was very different because you dug like that right there. You dug like in a shaft and you just followed objects. You saw the object kind of hovering and you would just go to it and you're just digging tunnels, but the whole tunnel kind of surrounds you. It's kind of weird. It's a weird digging mechanic. But
that is interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, so my time at Sandrock, there you go. Another one right here in the Indie World Showcase on Nintendo was this Shadows Over Loathing. Tell me what you guys think about this one. Black and white. What do you would call these? Stick figure?
Yeah, stick figure, pencil drawn.
Yeah.
Very basic, but
I would call it deadly stick figures.
Deadly stick figures. Goblins, there's goofs, there's mobs, there's conspiracies.
It looks pretty funny.
It looks funny.
I must admit.
Yeah, I don't know what the premise of the game is.
This dude
walking, walking like that.
It's a crab walk.
The ultimate crab cowboy walk.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. So this one looks interesting, guys. Check that one out. Shadows Over Loathing, stick figure. Looks like some kind of mysteries going on and figure out puzzles and whatnot. But
as the youngsters say, ain't my jam.
Ain't your jam. Yeah. And your dad, your indies. Have you ever gravitated towards any indie game?
Probably at some point.
Yeah. Just trying to think back which ones maybe you might have hit. So, okay.
Well, was Psychonauts an indie game when it first came out?
I think it was considered an indie game. Let us know in the comments below, guys, if you remember if Psychonauts, the original one.
That would be one.
Yeah. And then there's been a lot of talk about Oxenfree 2. Lost Signals just got announced. And it is not coming out on Xbox. A lot of people are kind of up in the...
What?
Throwing their opinions around. What the heck? It's on every other system. It's even on Netflix. How about that?
Man, that is a diss.
It's a diss for Xbox. Diss. Yeah. And I don't know, in my opinion, I'm kind of thinking, okay, if you're an indie developer, you're trying to get your game, what's the system that you want to make an indie game for? A Switch. It has the biggest install base.
Yeah, it does.
And it's handheld, right? Mm-hmm. And these types of games just go well with handheld systems.
Yeah, they lend themselves to that.
Yeah. And I'm wondering but I don't understand, like if it's on every other system, why is it not on Xbox? Did something just fall out? Did they have some kind of...
Probably.
It's set for July 12th. What's up?
I bought an Xbox when I was young and it didn't work. And now I'm still bitter and I'm not going to put my game on.
One of the developers. Well, it was on Oxenfree. The first one was on Xbox, and that's weird. And that's what I played it on. So I don't know.
In fact, it was an Xbox exclusive, wasn't it?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't. Again, let us know, guys. You can wrong us in the comments.
You're smarter than us.
Yeah, let us know if you know anything about Oxenfree and how it came to Xbox on the first one. So Oxenfree 2, it's got that mystery, had aliens in the first one. Pretty neat. So anyway, but those are the indies that kind of stood out to me for over the last 2 weeks. Any of those you think you guys will play any of those indie games?
The first two that you showed, the
from the
Explorator. What was the second one?
The last case of Benedict Fox.
Benjamin Fox. That looked great. Both of them look great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might dabble.
Yeah. Might dabble. Here's the problem. These games are coming right before what? Should we even talk about it? There's something out there you guys know are coming in
let's
May.
talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's take 5 minutes.
Yeah. Tears of the Kingdom.
What's coming out next month? Yeah.
I spoiled it.
TOTK.
Mm-hmm. They've already abbreviated it. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's not even playing games right now because he's building up.
I'm prepping. Yeah.
He's prepping.
And I did a little research just as of this date, you can still get the OLED systems. If you haven't gotten one yet, I know GameStop actually had another fiasco where they oversold their inventory.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they're still available as of today at Best Buy, at Target, and at Amazon. And so you can still get the OLED systems there. You can get the collector's edition and the Pro Controller, nowhere. They'll probably be re-released the day of the release of the game.
I would love to have a Pro Controller though, at least.
It's a good looking Pro Controller.
Yeah.
I like it too.
Yeah.
So, and the Amiibos, you can still get at Best Buy and Target, but not at Amazon. So some of these things are still available. If you didn't get them and want to get them, there's still time.
Now, there's a lot of speculation that this will be the last system before the Switch 2 comes
And
out.
you know what I've been thinking? What's a better way to blow out your inventory, which is basically all the base consoles, and to throw a fresh coat of paint on it, put it in a pretty box, set it up with Zelda, and reduce that down to next to nothing, and then release the specs on the next Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. Because we're all suckers when it comes to Nintendo. And guess what we do? We're like, oh, I need the collector's edition. But then the new thing comes out, and what do we do? Oh, I got to play it on the new Switch too. So
Absolutely.
Man, Nintendo.
We'll see.
Nintendo, the reason, come on, Nintendo was they were a toy company first. They know what they're doing. They know how to sell stuff.
They've gotten in our heads.
I've been gaming for over 40 years. Let's find out if my prediction comes true.
Yes,
All right.
yes. Okay, so Tears of the Kingdom. We will talk more about Tears of the Kingdom in our next podcast because it will literally be like days before.
Oh, really?
Like a day or two before.
What do you have? Do you have the Amiibo on pre-order?
I don't.
I do.
You do?
I have 2 of them. Do you want one of them?
Oh, I wouldn't say no.
Okay, I won't cancel the other one.
See, this is how I get in trouble, guys.
This is how this goes down for all of you guys.
But I'm not getting the system, and you're not getting the system. We're passing.
Yeah, we're trying to pass on the system. I canceling the pre-order. That hurt.
Yeah.
That hurt. But you got to be a big boy.
Or you could have just resold it.
That's true. I think there's gonna be plenty of stock.
There's so much
Be
stock
like,
out there that this is one they're not gonna make any money off of.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next. And since we're talking about games coming out soon, Dad, you're gonna lead us off on this next conversation. So let's do our little segue.
So I wish I had a Darth Vader voice or something on the voice box I could do this, but May 25th, 1977, Star Wars: A New Hope movie is released. This movie blew away all expectations. I was sitting in a movie theater in Phoenix, Arizona, watching this with your mom when it came out. We had no idea they could do what they did in this movie. And this movie spawned tons of sequels. It spawned all the Mandalorian stuff, all the stuff we're watching on the Disney Channel today. It spawned over 200 video games in the last 40 years. And what we're talking about today is the latest video game that is being spawned by Star Wars and LucasArts and Lucasfilms. I am so stoked to have been part of the original release of this and to have been there on day one when it launched and to have played all the video games between there and now. I haven't played all of them, but I played a lot of them.
I'm a huge Star Wars nerd.
And why would you be that?
Because of you.
Exactly
and you guys were in the theater for this first movie, A New Hope. We're looking, guys, just real quick, we're looking at the movie poster.
Yep.
So if you guys want to hit us on YouTube, watch this on YouTube, we're showing it.
Yeah, showing the New Hope movie poster. I remember, again, we lived in Phoenix, Arizona, and we were driving home late at night, and the lights were on. And when you're out in Phoenix, there's not a lot of lighting out in the woods and by the cactus and all that type of stuff. And going through the corners, we felt like we were in a TIE fighter heading down, trying to get to that port. It just totally rocked. And how many times did we see it in the next 2 weeks? Probably about 3 or 4.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, you just saw it time and time again, and just each time you're just blown away. So anyway, I'm really excited about the game that's coming out on the 28th of this month, which is Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which is the sequel to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
You want to put a little B-roll in the background while you talk about it? All right. All right, we got some B-roll for Jedi Survivor.
Is this this is Jedi Survivor.
This is Survivor.
I haven't really watched any of it myself, to be honest with you.
I don't even know the premise of it, actually.
Well, we know in the last one, all of the Jedis were hiding because there's an extermination order out.
Right.
And what was the guy's name?
Cal Kestis.
Cal Kestis was laying low in the scrapyard with his good friend, trying to not show off his force powers.
Right.
And unfortunately, to save his friend, he had to show off his force powers. And that's what led to this next installment here. Now, I have not finished the first game.
I haven't either.
And typically what I try to do is go and finish the first one before I get to the second one. But that's just not going to work. I tried it with God of War, and it didn't work for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to watch a retrospective on this. IGN has a good one out, and we need to throw a link in the
In the description
of this.
Okay.
It's a 12-minute video that takes you through what happened in the Fallen Order, so that you don't have to finish that game. Now, all of the spoilers are going to happen.
I'm going to pause.
You know, you can get totally spoiled watching this.
Billy and I are like, we're looking at each other like, did you see that?
Dad, shut up. I'm almost done.
No, you're good.
I'm almost done. So just realize if you do watch that 12-minute video, you're going to have a lot of stuff spoiled, but I don't care. I want to watch it before I play this because I'm going to play this when it comes out.
Stand against the darkness, it says. This trailer, guys, watch this movie or watch this game trailer. It's super hype.
They also say that there's a lot more different moves.
Oh, snap.
I saw him whip out 2 lightsabers. That's all I'm saying.
I did see that.
Crazy.
Look at that. He combined them.
Double.
Oh, and he just slung it around in a circle and sliced them all. Dude.
Oh,
he's got slowdown time. Dude. Okay.
They said,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? It looked like he shot. Seriously. Oh, snap. He's got a hilt just like Kylo.
Only it's the proper
It's
color.
blue. Yeah. That's crazy. Okay. Go ahead, Billy.
Well, I was going to say, and his blade was much more smooth than Kylo's.
Yeah. His lightsaber is much more rough, isn't it? For sure. These guys are trying to teach him a lesson. Why Jedi are dead, blah, blah, blah. But he gets slammed to the ground by this beast right here. Look at this. That's where we were like, what the? Anyway.
Pretty crazy.
Sorry, Dad. Go ahead.
No, I don't have anything else to say other than the fact I also think that some places are giving you a $10 off if you pre-order it.
Oh,
so
nice.
you can check that out. Does this come out on Game Pass?
I don't know about that.
Because the last one did, didn't it?
I don't know about that either.
I'm pretty sure it did.
Guys, you're wrong us in the comments. Let us know.
Yeah, and what system will you be buying it on? I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, it comes out on everything, correct?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
there's none of that, no PS5, no Xbox stuff.
Yeah.
And he looks a lot more mature. He looks thinner and older.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked.
Also, one of the other things I wanted to bring up about this is the customization, right? Because before, what I didn't really love about it is you got a new poncho. Here's a new green poncho. Here's a blue poncho.
I got socks.
So I didn't really love the customization in the first one, but I hear there's a little more in this one.
And like I said, the fighting styles, there's a lot more fighting styles from what I understand.
So I was talking to a buddy I know, and I had him spoil the end of this game of Jedi Fallen Order for me.
Oh.
Not this one, obviously, but Fallen Order. Because I wasn't going to.
Can I say 2 words?
Yeah.
Shut up.
No. I'm not going to say it. No, there's no spoilers. I won't say it. But I just went ahead and let him tell me, because then I'm like, yeah, I'll go ahead and play this one.
Well, I'm also of the mind that just because you've seen some spoilers, you still enjoy the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would rather watch that synopsis.
Yeah.
And then go into it knowing, understanding what happened, and then enjoy this new game fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like in the moment, whenever I'm like, it doesn't matter what it is, a movie, a book, video game, if somebody spoils something for me, I'll like almost forget about it until I'm playing it. Not necessarily forget about it, but it's like just as good for me. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Spoilers don't really affect me that much.
We're totally agreed on that.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's just a great month for games, and next month is a great month for games too.
Now, did you already bring up the history of Star Wars? You kind of briefly talked about it, but did we want to go over, like, show the difference between, you said how many?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Did you do that yet?
No, we didn't.
Oh, we haven't.
Go ahead and let's bring that next thing up.
All right, guys. Yeah.
So the movie came out in 1977, and it wasn't until 1982, 83, I could be a year off on this one, that Empire Strikes Back on the 2600 and television was first made. So go ahead and show the 2600.
I'm gonna leave the audio a little bit for you guys so you can hear the audio of this. This is spectacular.
This is what started it all.
Yes. Okay. Oh. And for those listening, it's a purple ground, blue middle, and what'd you call it, Belly? Salmon sky.
Yeah.
And you're this little pink.
So that's an X-Wing.
That's an X-Wing. You can tell because it's got a little lower dot below it.
That's somebody who doesn't know how to fly an X-Wing.
But you're fighting the AT-AT, or do you call them AT-ATs?
Is that an AT-AT or AT-ST?
I don't know. AT, I don't remember. What's the biggest one? I thought it was an AT-AT, but
you're probably right.
It's not a endless runner because he'd have to go fly by it.
You actually own the original Kenner
I did.
2-foot tall one.
I had so many Star Wars toys, and then I sold them all in a
You
garage
sold
sale.
them.
I could not believe I did that, but you do things you regret sometimes.
Anyway, check that out.
Yeah.
So that was on the Intellivision and the 2600, and that didn't come out till 83. They totally skipped over A New Hope, went right into Empire Strikes Back. And I bet, I didn't check how many that sold, but I bet it sold a whole boatload. So what are some of the games that came after that?
Okay. Well, I'm going from this of the first game to basically the latest game, or one of the latest games.
One of the latest games.
And
yeah, check it out.
mainly because the trailer is so hype.
It's so good.
So we're going to play.
And the game was good.
So we're going to go from the difference of that very first Empire Strikes Back game to Battlefront 2. And guys,
Big leap.
yeah, I'll leave the audio.
Here, I'll make it sound a little more familiar.
Pew, 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 pew. Look at this. It's got one of the hypest songs ever, the Darth Maul. I don't know if it's called the Darth Maul theme, but
You know, we never thought a movie would look like this, let alone a video game.
I mean, Respawn, these guys, the engine this thing runs on, I can't, what engine is it? I don't even remember. But,
This is not on the Unreal Engine, is it?
Um,
Everything's moving to Unreal Engine 5.
yeah.
Sector is clear.
Oh. Then you can play, obviously,
man.
special players, you can be Darth Maul. I mean, they dropped so many. You can be Leia, you can be all the,
We want to play it over again. And you know, the single player missions, that game, the campaign was great too.
yeah.
The multiplayer was awesome, but the campaign was awesome too.
And all the hits, all the explosions, all the shots are all to the music. I mean,
Wookiee.
they just know how to make trailers. I mean, I got goosebumps right now.
Trust in the force you must. Nothing but first doesn't matter.
You got Rey in here fighting Kylo.
Coming up on the Star Destroyer, but we need to clear that
Oh,
escort.
so
Give it
good.
everything we got.
You got some space scenes. The Millennium Falcon, the best ship ever. I mean,
Luke, you turned off your targeting computer.
Your next assignments. They
I remember playing that campaign with her. Yep, good stuff. All right.
So those are kind of what led us to this Jedi Fallen Order stuff. And it's just, if you take that back to that 2600, to the movie, to the 2600 game,
Mm-hmm.
and then 40 years later, this is what we're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And think of all the movies, the games, this whole franchise. It's huge. I
Yeah.
hadn't thought about how big it is.
Yeah.
And being the guy that I am, I always try to bring some of my retro stuff with me for
Ooh,
our
let's show some
podcast.
off.
So I brought over some of the retro games that I currently have.
Yeah.
Let's grab the oldest stuff there, Bentley.
right.
Start with the stuff on the bottom.
Okay.
Those are two Super Nintendo games.
Yeah, I can hold one. You can hold one.
And for those
Or-
of you that are just listening to us, we'll do our best to be descriptive of these. We've got, you guys go ahead and explain to them what it is.
All right, so this one that I'm holding is Return of the Jedi.
Mhm.
THQ game.
Yeah, on the Super Nintendo.
Is it Super Return of the Jedi? Yeah.
Yes, they're all super.
They all say Super on the
Empire
top.
Strikes Back.
Super Empire Strikes Back is the one I'm holding.
And this is where we
Let's look
were
at the
still
backs.
doing scrolling left to right games. So you're scrolling left to right, jumping up and down. There may have been some parallax scrolling, but that's about it. So that's just, but it's a far cry from the 2600 game. When you compared to this is quite a step up.
Those are cool.
But the big ones that came next were the Nintendo 64 games. Now I'm missing the
Ooh.
original one, but this was a Battle for Naboo. And it's excellent too, but it's all 3D because the Nintendo 64 could do 3D. So excellent.
Really?
excellent.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
think
yeah.
about Super Mario.
Yeah.
So it's all 3D stuff. Now, low resolution, anti-aliasing, all that type of stuff set aside. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So the next set of games that came into my purview was these two here, and those are both GameCube games, and those are Rogue Leader. What are the two titles?
Yep.
This one is Rebel Strike.
And this is Rogue Leader.
They're both Rogue Squadron
Yeah.
games. Rogue Leader and Rebel Strike.
right.
One's 2 and one's 3.
Yeah, and those are on the GameCube, and man, they just look awesome even today. I mean, they're just really fun to play
That's
and excellent,
cool.
highly rated games. So I've got those in my collection, and then I've got 3 Xbox games from the OG Xbox that came out, and Several of these have been remastered in 4K, so they're really fun to pick back up, and they're inexpensive to buy. Which one is that?
This one is Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Yeah, the Clone Wars, a lot of people don't even know about, and this is kind
Did
of
that
a
come
unique
later?
one. Yes, it did.
Okay.
And this is kind of unique. This is a promotional offer, not for resale. It's actually bundled in the box with Tetris.
Oh yeah, because I see Tetris on the
wow.
back, Tetris Worlds.
Funny.
But this is also one of the ones that's been upscaled and looks really great. It's a lot of fun to play. I'd highly recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what are my other two there, Bentley?
Republic Commando and Battlefront.
Yeah. Republic Commando. It's just
So good.
absolutely awesome. Lots of fun to play. It's been remastered. So I would definitely check that out. If you haven't played Republic Commando, you got a squad of 4 and you can command all the other 3, which is really a lot of fun. And then the Battlefront,
Mhm.
which is the precursor to what we were looking at earlier, Chris.
Right.
That's what started Battlefront and Battlefront 2. And these are playable again through the backwards compatibility library. So if you haven't looked at the back compat library for in some time, check it out. There's some great games, and specifically some great Star Wars games that are
Yeah.
now playing in 4K.
And Xbox does a fantastic job with their backwards compatibility.
One of the strongest things they've got going for
I
them.
mean, look, you know, even with their games, sorry, a little side tangent, but even the games that just released within the last 5 years, they go back and they up-res them and they make them 4K 60. You know, they just
Oh, yeah.
do a whole
Yeah.
improvement on each game, which is pretty impressive. Now, here's a quick question. That Battlefront that's on the OG Xbox, how does that compare to the Battlefront that's on the newer systems?
We
you know?
should have pulled up some footage.
Yeah, anyway, I'm just wondering.
It compares. It's not anything close to the.
Not graphically,
but it's fantastic.
But is
It's
it the
great.
story the same, or is it, you know, I don't really know. They must have just rebooted it when they
They just
came out with-
rebooted it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Lots of people shoot lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
And then you have some other ones over here too. We should just show those off real quick while we're
I thought. What
the
are
these
we doing?
guys.
Oh, this. Oh,
I think these are fantastic.
I bought
actually,
this just for
I think this is great.
Chits and grins. EHITS. Don't look at that one. So the other thing that most people don't realize, and being the elder geek gamer that I am, I have over 50 of these game. What do they call them?
They're demos. They're
Yeah.
demo discs that came with
They're the demo discs that came with magazines.
with
themselves.
magazines. Yeah.
And these are 2 of them that came with Republic Commando and Star Wars Battlefront. So one of the things that was really exciting was we were, department stores are going away. Local experiences are going away. Everything's online. But you'd go down to your bookstore and grab these and rush home and open this up and play the demos of these games.
Yeah.
It's something you can't do nowadays. Yeah, you can download a demo, but it doesn't have the tactile feel of grabbing that magazine, popping into bed that night and having the magazine in your flashlight, the magazine, playing the games on your own. Those are just excellent.
Would you just play the disc over and over again? 'Cause was it how much of the game did they put on there? Like, was it just like
enough to be fun?
just like any demo
Enough to be fun.
that they used to do on the 360? Because
Yeah.
360 used to do a lot of demos. I feel like we're coming back to a demos era
Probably so.
on more games. I'm seeing more and more on the Switch and everything else, which is kinda
But
cool.
I'm still a big fan of physical games.
Yeah.
I always will be. And a lot of developers are trying to move us away, and they're trying to only sell things digitally.
Mhm.
So you'll never own anything.
Mhm.
So collectors like me, we try to keep this alive. I don't have a big collection. I have a small collection that I put together.
Mhm.
But it's important to keep this stuff and keep it for our generations and pass it down to these guys when I'm up in somewhere else playing games.
Oh, there's going to be video games in heaven for sure.
Obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's my little goodies I brought from my collection today to share with you all.
Thanks so much for sharing. That's fantastic. Again, guys,
Yeah.
this is why we do the podcast. It's really, just recording history, man.
Yep.
Like love hearing your experiences. When it comes to, I loved that it was just about Star Wars today.
Mhm.
Because of the upcoming game. Fantastic. Thanks for sharing, Dad.
Yep. And I have lots of other Star Wars stuff at home. This is just a little
Yeah.
back of what I got.
Yeah. Awesome. I feel like we're going to have a lot of things we can show off before our Tears of the Kingdom discussion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'd like to do maybe even some gameplay with us. Maybe of a Zelda game. I want to play a Zelda game I've never played before. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys this. I called myself a big Zelda fan, but I missed a lot of the portable
Yeah.
Zeldas.
And there were some multiplayer co-op
Yeah.
portables.
Well, one just released on Nintendo Online, Minish Cap, which I didn't even know was a Zelda game.
That would be fun to play because I've always watched videos of other people playing it.
Yeah. Yeah. So Minish Cap, I don't think I played all the way. I maybe started A Link Between Worlds. So I started playing that. Remember, you let me borrow that game?
Mhm.
And I'm playing it on the 3DS right now. So call back to the 3DS, baby.
Nice.
I've borrowed Bentley's 3DS. He let me borrow it. And I'm playing A Link Between Worlds. It's a lot of fun. I actually play with the 3D on.
Oh, I love the 3D.
Yeah.
I really do. It gives you that depth.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes when you jump or you do things, he comes up to the screen. So it gives you that little, that 3D effect, elevation effect. Yeah. When things happen. So
Great
anyway,
system.
but yeah. So I guess we're talking about things we're excited for. And I already spoiled it, and we've already talked about it previously.
Oh yeah.
But Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah.
You know, I wasn't really sold on, to be honest with you. You guys did your impressions.
The reaction video?
The reaction video of that one trailer. And then the couple of days or weeks later, they put out the next trailer, the last trailer they put out. I just went, I get it.
Yeah.
I want to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't do a reaction of the final trailer, but man, it was hype.
Oh man.
They pulled all the stops for that.
It kind of,
If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Lots of like little like hidden things and also just big reveals like of a bunch of new mobs and stuff. And
remember that before that trailer dropped, the discussion was, is this just $70 DLC?
Yeah.
You know, everybody was like, this just, you know, it just looks like Breath of the Wild. And then that trailer dropped, and I think it just almost shut everything up.
Yeah.
Like,
I think there's probably going to be still a few people talking about that.
Oh, sure.
But then once the game releases and they see that like there's all that stuff in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. The trailer, it showed off some cool stuff. For sure.
They just released another promotional one where, you know how Nintendo does the ones where they show people playing the game and it's just like a little hype trailer. It's not really gameplay trailer like what we watched. But it just released like a day or two ago, and it was them playing, you know, just people playing and marketing. They're sitting on their couch or on top of a building or whatever, playing on the Switch. And it was all about, basically their whole tagline was play how you want and like customize. Like that was the whole point of the video. And I'm like, this just makes me realize it is going to be a real open world for you to do whatever you want to do.
What's nice about this one too, having Bentley as old as he is when this one releases. I mean, I remember going to GameStop and Best Buy with you on release night to pick up the Switches and the games.
Yep.
But now we got Bentley in here, so the three of us can start to have our own games and talk about where we're at, what we're doing, what we've liked. And that would be a lot of fun to do that with the three of us.
So this game releases, I think it's like either on I don't know what day, it's like on a Friday or something like that. Bentley, I was literally tempted to be like, skip school, skip work. We're just going to sit in here and we're going to play some Tears of the Kingdom. It's very tempting for sure.
I was one of those type of dads. I took him out of school to go to Disney World with me.
He did. That's why he's the best.
Pretty hype.
Anything else? Again, in the section, we were just talking about anything else we played over the last 2 weeks?
No, not that I can think of.
No?
Not for me, I've been just doing small stuff.
Yeah. We left this section to the end because we knew it'd be lighter because we've been really busy these last 2 weeks. I was out of town last week. I will say for me, while you guys, if there's anything else you think of, I played Minecraft Legends. I actually tried it on cloud gaming on the phone. And let me tell you guys, the setup, I was in a hotel using my iPhone. That'll tell you. That's like the worst case scenario, right? Trying to get on hotel Wi-Fi or just using your cellular service.
It looked good. I watched your video.
Yeah. If you guys want to check it out, I put it on the channel. I mainly just wanted to show gameplay. I didn't do any voiceover or anything. It's just gameplay. And it's at 720p, you know, because it's coming from the phone. I screen grabbed the video. But guys, check it out. I'm impressed at what cloud gaming can do. Now, some might say, well, it's just Minecraft Legends, you know. It really is a true RTS. Let me tell you just my thought on it. I played just the introduction of it until I got into the world, and then I ran around. The sounds, again, you know me, I'm a little bit of an audiophile, right? The sounds of this game are fantastic. Like, and the premise, do you know the premise of the world? The world, they brought everybody together. Creepers, zombies, they all live in harmony in the world. And how they did it was like during the day, like the zombies are wearing hats. They're wearing sun hats. Yeah.
I saw that in the trailer.
At the door. Yeah, in the trailer, one of the piglins knocks it off and then the zombie starts burning.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's really funny. And but you're supposed to save the world from the piglins invasion, right? And defeat their bases. I don't play RTS games. This is still, in my opinion, a true RTS game. What I found hard about it, I would not play this by myself. I feel like this is a game. It's not like Minecraft Dungeons. Dungeons, you still could have played by yourself. Minecraft Dungeons. Like it's still kind of just Minecraft, but just in a kind of over the top world, right?
Mm.
This, nah.
That is a personal, like you're not playing with other people.
You need someone gathering resources because you can play up to 4 players.
Mm.
You need someone gathering resources. You need someone building the base. You need someone directing, where you're going to send your fighters.
But it's not PvP, so you can't.
There is PvP. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can play also against other players, and they'll join in. It's actually like in Destiny. In what was the mode where it was PvE, PvP together? Anyway, yeah, it's that. It's been so long since I played Destiny. So, but anyway, I think it's something to check out because guess what? You can play it on Game Pass.
Yeah,
and if you already have Game Pass, man, try it anyway. You have a group of friends. Yeah. So if I played it again, I would only play it if you wanted to play it, Bentley. That's kind of the gist of that game. Another thing that came out just real quick, I played, and I know we're going a little long. I played the DLC for Vampire Survivors. Guys, I've not stopped talking about this game. I know. It looks like an old game, but these developers made 8 new characters, 2 new maps, tons of weapons, new builds, all for $1.99. $1.99.
Wow. Go to the store and grab it now.
You can go to your Steam library. Yeah, just go to the store now and download the DLC.
Check with your favorite chicken and get it for $1.
I'm gonna tell you.
That's right, $1.99.
I talked about the cozy games. This isn't a cozy game, but this is a 30-minute game. If you make it all the way to a 30-minute section and you make it till death comes, right?
Do you want bone-crushing slaughter and mayhem?
In 30 minutes?
In 30 minutes?
Play Vampire Survivors. I don't have the trailer up for like what the name of the DLC is, but if you go to the Steam library, you'll see the newest DLC for it. I absolutely love it.
One other thing before we forget.
Yes.
The best way to get us your comments and feedback on these is to check these out on either Gamer Like Dad's YouTube channel or Elder Geek Gamer's YouTube channel and leave us your comments there.
Yes.
As we see those, we get back to you quickly on those. We're still trying to work through how to get comments from the actual podcast feeds, which we don't have set up. But if you'd like to interact with us, we'd love hearing from you.
Absolutely. Please do comment on our videos. Yeah, for sure. And also, we're going to be doing either via email, Discord. I know some people set up a Discord and it's live. They don't go live necessarily on YouTube, but they'll just have the Discord chat open.
Right.
And so they can have people, chime in on Discord while we're podcasting and we can answer questions. Because
we'll get there, but sometime.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys for sure. And if you have questions or things you want us to talk about, we would love to do that. Yeah, absolutely. You guys have anything else to add as far as?
Oh, this has been fun.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Awesome. Well, very cool. Well, guys, again, thank you so much for joining us. Next podcast, we will be talking. Well, we'll be prepping for Tears of the Kingdom. I'm pretty sure that's going to be it. Dad, you're going to have to give us your review on Jedi Survivor.
Yeah.
See how that goes. And I'm sure there are so many, all those indie games that we just showed, those are all coming out between now and Tears of the Kingdom as well.
Too much.
The nice thing is that with indie games, you can just take a little bite, try it.
That is nice.
Yeah. And not feel bad. And again, coming out on Xbox, ID at Xbox, they're coming out on Game Pass and you don't have to pay for it. It's not free, but you're not paying per game.
And eventually, at some point, they do go off of Game Pass.
They do. So anyway, but yep, that's what we'll be talking about in the next one. Guys, again, if you want to find my dad, Elder Geek Gamer, you can find him on YouTube at Elder Geek Gamer.
Yep.
And Bentley and I at A Gamer Like Dad.
We're just right here.
Yeah, we're just here. Gamer Like Dad. We got content coming out every week. Dad's working on some content as well, and we're going to be doing some gameplay videos very soon. Both some retro games and some new ones, I think.
Yep.
We'll be getting into.
I'm going to try to focus on the retro stuff.
Yes. Again, guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.